Everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Sam Overton, and we're doing JavaScript Basics for Free Code Camp. This is day 7 for me, and we're on part 4. So this will be my last video for day 7. Thank you again for joining me, and let's get started. So I'm going to start my Pomodoro. It's going to be 15 minutes, and we are going to start where we left off, which is on the comparisons with the strict equality operator. So the strict equality has a triple equal sign or 3 equal signs, is the counterpart to the equality operator, which is the 2 equal signs. However, unlike the equality operator, which attempts to convert both values being compared to a common type. So remember that with this one, with the string 3 equaling a 3, it'll try a number 3, it'll try and convert it to either a string or to a number and make them both the same. But it says the strict equality operator does not perform a type conversion. So if the values being compared have different types, they are considered unequal, and the strict equality operator will return false. So right here we have 3 triple equals 3, which is true, but we have the same 3, the number triple equals string 3 is false. It's not going to do any type coercion and try and convert this to a number or this one into a string. It's going to just compare the values as they are, and if they're not equal at all, if they don't have the same type, then it will make it false. So it says use the strict equality operator in the if statement, so the function will return equal when val is strictly equal to 7. So it says, so we want to see if val right here is strictly equal to 7. And if I hit Command Enter, there we go. So now we're going to practice comparing different values. So it says in the last 2 challenges we learned about equality operator, 2 equals, and the strict equality operator, which is 3 equal sign. Let's do a quick review and practice using these operators some more. If the values being compared are not the same type, the equality operator will perform type conversion. So we already talked about this, and the strict equality operator will compare both data types and the value as is without converting one type to another. And we just looked at this, so I'm just gonna move on. Just talked about it. So it says in JavaScript you can determine the type of a variable or value with the type of operator as follows. So type of 3, type of string 3 is a string. So what they want us to do is the compare equality function in the editor compares 2 values using the equality operator. Modify the function so that it returns equal only when the values are strictly equal. Okay? So it only return equal when the values are strictly equal. So all I did was convert this from a regular equality operator to a strict equality operator by adding the equal sign like that, and that makes it strict. And then when you hit Command Enter, we'll go on to the next lesson. So next lesson says compare with the inequality operator. So the inequality operator, which is this exclamation point, and the equal sign is the opposite of the equality operator. It means not equal and returns false, where equality would return true, and then vice versa. Like the equality operator, the inequality operator will convert data types of values while comparing. So just like before, 1 not equal to 2 is true. 1 not equal to the string 1 is false. So 1 not equal to the string 1 is false because it is equal. 1 not equal to this string 1 is false. And then 1 not equal to true, which is false. And then 0 not equal to false, which is false. And so basically if we're going through, basically what this is saying is that it is going to do type coercion as well. It's going to convert these numbers right here that is within a string to a number, or is going to convert this number into a string. So that's what type coercion does. And so the not, or the not equal is the same as the equality operator, where it does coercion and it tries to figure out if it can make these the same type. So it says add an equality operator in the if statement so that the function will return not equal when val is not equivalent to 99. So we're going to say if val is not equal to 99. So if val is not equal to 99, we're going to return not equal. Otherwise, we'll return equal. Command enter. There we go. Now on to the next lesson. So the comparison with the strict inequality operator. So the strict inequality operator is a logical opposite of the strict equality operator. It means strictly not equal and returns false, where strict equality would return true, and vice versa. Strict inequality will not convert data types, just like, so it's just the same as the strict equality operator, but now is just has the inequality operator assigned to it. So now it doesn't, so where we see 3 is not equal, is not strictly equal to this string 3, it will not convert this to a number, or it will not convert this to a string. Now it's just going to be two different types, and when it's comparing that, is really not equal to this. It's not equal to a string anymore, because it's not a string, it is a number. So it says add a strict inequality operator to the if statement. So the function will return not equal when val is not strictly equal to 7. So when val is not strictly equal to 17, I said 7. So if val is not strictly equal to 17, return not equal. Otherwise, we'll return equal. So if I command enter, we are correct on that. So next, we are doing comparisons with the greater than operator. So greater than operator compares the values of two numbers. If the number to the left is greater than the number to the right, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Like the equality operator, greater than operators will convert data types of values while comparing. So just like it's kind of just a repeating theme that so like this greater than operator, it's going to convert like this. It's going to convert this string 3 into a number because this one is a number. So it's going to try and figure it out and say, well, we're going to make you a number because we're trying to compare you to a number, and we see that it's a number in here, so we're going to make this a number. So 7 greater than 3, string 3, is going to be true because it's going to try and make that a number, and it did. And so it says add the greater than operator to the indicated line so that the return statement makes sense. And just going back just to make sure what I'm saying again is that this operator right here is going to do type coercion. And type coercion try and makes the types of the things that is comparing the same. So we need to make this make sense. So if val is greater than 100, we're going to return over 100. If val is greater than 10, it's going to return over 10. Otherwise, it'll return 10 or under. So if I hit Command Enter, we're correct. Move on to the next lesson. So comparisons with greater than or equal to operator. So the greater than or equal to operator compares the compares the values of two numbers. If the numbers to the left is greater than or equal to the numbers to the right, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Like the equality operator, greater than or equal to operator will convert data types while comparing. So like the equality operator, it will convert data types. It will convert data types while comparing. So right here, just like we were saying before, because this is a number and it's comparing, it's being compared to a string value, but in this string there is a number, it will try and convert this into a number. So it's doing type coercion. I'm sure I said that a lot of times by now, and you may be getting a little tired of it, but it is important that we do understand that, because you can run into some issues in your programs if you're not using strict equality and you are using just the just the regular equality operator, and you're running into things being converted to different types because of that. So it's just something to be aware of, and that I'm exaggerating saying it and repeating it because it definitely will come up. So it says add the greater than or equal to operator to indicate lines so that the return statement makes sense. So it says if val is greater than or equal to 20, it returns 20 or over. If val is greater than or equal to 10, it's going to be 10 or over, or otherwise return less than 10. Let me hit Command Enter. Here we go. This will be our last lesson for the night, and it's comparisons with less than operator. So just like the greater than operator, we are using the less than operator. It does type coercion, and so we just gonna add the less than operator so that these lines make sense. So I am going to do one more just to finish off the less than operator equal to. So we'll get to that next. So if val is less than 25, return under 25. If val is less than 55, return under 55. Otherwise, return 55 or over. Command enter. Yep. And then we have this. This will be the last one. Comparisons with less than or equal to operator. So just like the greater than or equal to operator, this does type coercion. And what we want to do is just finish this off so that it makes sense. So it says return smaller than or equal to 12. So less than or equal to 12. Returns smaller than or equal to 24. Less than or equal to 24. And then otherwise it'll return more than 24. Then you hit command enter and we are good to go. So I want to thank you again, everyone, for joining me and for going through this with me. If you have any comments, feel free to leave a comment. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the content. I will definitely be coming out with more. We got to finish this JavaScript Basics. We're gonna try and blaze through, try and explain things much better in the future. Again, I want you all to continue to love your family, love your friends, and love yourself. Peace.